Ladies and gentlemen, I was not going to get involved in this Sharon Osbourne stuff. I really wasn't. You know, to be honest with you, I was not that interested in it until this story cropped up. Now I gotta say something. Yes, we got a raccoon on on the line, y'all. A raccoon on the line. So this came out on page 6, March 17th, 2021. Kevin Frazier, who you see in the picture, he is one of the hosts on Entertainment Tonight. Well, he came out of his face and said, Black women should educate Sharon Osbourne on racism. Now, I have done videos on this topic before, and let me just tell you something. It is not Black people's responsibility to clear up racism because we didn't create racism. That's got to come from the people that started this box of crayon nonsense across the earth. It's the dumbest thing ever. But this is how they have justified keeping themselves at the top. So that being said, you used your pale skin to get all the advantages on earth, and you are the ones that got to clear it up. Clearing it up should not come from a different group of people. That doesn't even make sense. And no Black woman should have to educate Sharon Osbourne. She knows what the hell this damn woman is older than me. She know what the hell racism is. Get the hell out of here with that crap. Educate her on racism like she don't know what that is. It came from her people. So that's the only group on this planet that should clear it up. No one else. So Entertainment Tonight host Kevin Frazier suggests that a number of prominent Black women in Hollywood come together to help Sharon Osbourne learn about race. Trust me, Sharon knows all about it. They teach this to their kids. This is why you can go somewhere and one of their kids will randomly come up to you and call you the N-word because they still teach it to them. It backfired on him spectacularly. It should have backfired on him because it was a stupid suggestion. Frazier interviewed Osbourne on Tuesday about the fallout from her explosive on-air discussion with The Talk. And we know she was talking to Cheryl Underwood. Oh, boy, she definitely took the wrong position, but let's go on. Which saw the show taken off air pending an investigation. He posted a photo from the chat on Instagram tagging Osbourne and Underwood as well, former Talk co-host Holly Robinson Pete, who has accused Osbourne of calling her ghetto, and an actress and outspoken racial justice advocate, Amanda Seales. He also tagged Meghan Markle, who was just the subject of the fiery exchange with Underwood, and the Bachelor host, Chris Harrison, who was embroiled in his own race scandal. He suggests that they have a summit, saying at some point, we all have to reach a point where we can just sit down and have a tough conversation about race. Look, Kevin, it is counterproductive to have a conversation about race because those conversations never lead to change. That's why it's a waste of time. So if you're going to have a conversation about race, what is the action that's going to follow it? That's the problem. There have been millions of conversations about race over the centuries, and they have resulted in nothing. That's why a lot of people are now walking around, they're not interested in that. That's why you hear Black people say, give me my damn reparations. The hell with your conversation about race, because we have done it multiple times and it leads to nothing. Nothing, zero. So that being said, that's why a lot of people don't want to waste their time with that anymore. And I can see, although you're on TV, you don't keep up with nothing. And that's pretty bad. But no, there should not be no summit on race at all. People have had enough of these conversations on race, and they're ready for action. If there's no action behind the words, then what the hell are you doing it for in the first place? All right. So this is what he suggested. And of course, he rightfully got dragged. I don't know what happens next for Sharon Osbourne. Well, it's not your problem to worry about that. That is something she's going to have to deal with. I don't know, Kevin, why are you so worried about what's going to happen with Sharon Osbourne? I'm sure she's not waking up in the morning worrying about what's going to happen to you. Oh, man, get your priorities right. But it's time for a meaningful conversation, a learning moment. She is ready. So I guess he's speaking for her. Osbourne liked the post, but did not go over well with several Black actresses, including the star Seal. And they wrote, "You must be out of your goddamn mind. How about you put your energy into providing a safe space for those on the show who have been terrorized by her rampant racism, classism, and xenophobia?" They're talking about Osbourne. And she replied. Frazier shot back. Been doing this for years. I wanted to hear your thoughts. That's why I tagged you. I respect your opinion, not trying to get into a scrap. Well, you missed the mark this time, brother, Seal said. Meanwhile, Sherry Shepard sarcastically said, "Must have missed Osbourne's public apology to Underwood and another former co-host, Julie Chen Moonves, who she's been accused of calling wonton and slanty eyes, which Osbourne denies." Shepard added, "Don't think Sharon is anywhere near ready." Frazier ended up deleting the post. On Wednesday, he attempted to clarify his intentions. "I was suggesting there be a place in the mainstream where people like Sherry and Holly could actually express their feelings without being muted or muzzled. And I can't tell you that there were people who worked to mute Holly's voice after she left," he said. Yeah, but it's not your place to do that, Kevin. This is what Black people are telling you. This is what these actresses are telling you. It is not their place to educate Sharon about race. Racism didn't come from Black folks. The hell are you talking about? This woman ain't naive. She know what the hell racism is. All of them do. The hell out of here. Pete, who believes Osbourne may have had a hand in getting her fired from the show in 2011, appreciated the follow-up post. "Thank you for acknowledging the way I was treated after being let go from the talk in such an unnecessary, mean-spirited way." This is from Holly Robinson P. "Sharon was a part of that. She knows it, no matter what she says. Now it's all coming out, and I don't think she is close to being ready for any kind of accountability. That's just my opinion," she said. Seals, on the other hand, reposed his original post and told him to cut the kumbaya tactics. "It's so easy to protect Black women." So she's telling him, stop all this kumbaya stuff. Instead of trying to get Sharon at the table with Black women, why don't you just protect Black women? "It is not the responsibility of Black folks to educate white folks on how they cannot be trashed." Okay. Okay, they bleeping, so she's cursing, made up racism. Exactly. Exactly, Kevin. They made up racism. Not our job to go educate any of them. Why the bleep? We got to teach you how not to be racist, she said in a 5-minute video. To be expected to us to do that, and to, as a Black person, try and rally up folks into that space is just foolish. Also, not respectful to our time and our energy. I agree with that. She added that Underwood and Robinson Pete have been at the brunt of this woman's racist BS, and said, so basically, you're asking victims to come and have a nice little sit down with their attacker so that this B can feel better? No, we are not going to rehabilitate white people train. Okay. So a rep from ET and Frazier did not comment. Wow. Wow. Mm-mm-mm. Well, it had to be said. And I can't even believe he went on social media to suggest or, such a thing for these women to sit down and educate Sharon on, what racism is. Come on. That is not even appropriate. And anybody that think it is, I don't need to deal with you either. Like most Black people say, just give us our reparations. We don't have to sit down and have any more conversations. Just give us our reparations and we'll go on our merry way. Plain and simple. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.